Hi, Earth people. I am Chinghiz together with you. Today, June 12, 2025. And station coming go. Station go on very dangerous, deadly way. Big war. But Earth people, we can prevent. We can prevent. Now, if you will act now. Later will too late, and we're witnessing, seeing how world rulers, Jewish Zionist elite, Rothschild and Co., by secretly collaborating with Putin, by any way, go big war. They're planning to launch big war in this autumn, September, October, November, or in first half of next year, March, April, May, no later. And I know seeing real action from real world community, more than 170 countries, some real concrete action as one team for stop them, for prevent big war. Despite I repeatedly, in last period of time, 1 year even more, calling you, join me, we together can. Because we're together, if we're together, we're much more powerful than they, world rulers. And we will stop them, we will prevent the big war, and we will replace the system which ruled the world, financial system, by our full transparent and secure system, which will create peace finally, permanently, worldwide. Justice, dignity, equality of nations, no matter where this country appears in the world map, in global north or in global south, equality will happen. Together we can. Are you failing? Not yet. And they continue by destroying international law, norm, conventions, attacking international world courts, both particular international criminal court. They prosecuted their judges because they think all of that not about them. United States, Israel, Britain, Russia, and of course, Rothschild and Co. And Ilham Aliyev at Putin. Together with Putin. And behind Ilham Aliyev family, British monarchy family, who part of Rothschild and Co. poor-ruled world. And they go big war. They decide to attack Iran. This not automatically means they big war. There should be fuel big war. But this will carry it, attack Iran. And nuke. How they plan fuel big war. Nuke fifth paragraph of NATO, Baltic State, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and Balkans, and Azerbaijan, Armenia. This all Putin. And United States, Israel, Iran, and not only Iran. About Palestine already you're seeing their genocide and ethnic cleansing by genocide. Official position of United States. Already. Trump, for that reason, in White House. Rothschild and Co. put Trump in White House despite United States laws, norms, constitutions. And. So the seconds need or this one. End of farce. Nicola Perugini. U.S. Ambassador to Israel, Mark Huckabee, said, United States no longer wholeheartedly supports a Palestinian state. Admitted, Israel is not an independent state, but rather a United States satellite, and he has some great ideas for a Palestinian state outside Palestine. I will read again. Also admitted Israel is not an independent state, but rather a United States satellite, and he has some great ideas for a Palestinian state outside Palestine. Basically, genocidal erasure translated into diplomatic vernacular. And here, without Nicola Perugini comments. U.S. Ambassador to Israel, a Muslim country, could provide land for a Palestinian state. Mark Huckabee says a Palestinian state will likely not occur in our lifetime, and admits he tried to intercede to prevent the fall of the current government. What this means? This means United States already publicly, officially, fully backed ethnic cleansing by genocide of Palestinians from their land, from Gaza, from West Bank, East Jerusalem. And in their position, Muslim country, some should allow, give them land, and they can, Palestinians, create, build in this land of some Muslim country which shall give them land, create their statehood. Okay? The United States position. Trump and their puppets. Okay? I'll return to this. Here this, yeah. Look. Humera Pamuk. Scoop. The United States has issued a démarche urging governments around the world to not participate in the United Nations conference that France and Saudi Arabia are co-hosting next week, saying, in New York, I think, saying the gathering is counterproductive and will undermine Israel's security, per cable seen by Reuters. The cable sent to all United States diplomatic posts on June 10 says countries which take anti-Israel action on the heels of the conference will be viewed as acting in opposition to United States foreign policy interests and could face diplomatic consequences from Washington. Prem Tucker, wild. The US is so opposed to a Palestinian state that it is now threatening diplomatic consequences against Saudi Arabia and France and the 150 with plus more nations who voted to have this conference dedicated towards a Palestinian state and achieving peace. Okay? Okay? Officially. In June 10, Chinghiz said France, Britain, there was info. Previously decided in this conference, recognized Palestine, but late news they stepped back. But now this info. This poorly United States official position of ethnic cleansing by genocide of Palestine territory. And they will do that. At the same time, no doubt, what this try use the cars, Mars, trucks, no doubt. This special, what this one too, special. This murdar İlham Aliyev, pathetic İlham Aliyev, Putin, oligarch. They try to do some complication, they complicate today Chinghiz life. And same time, they escalate tension with Iran, both Israel and United States. And they're talking about even ground operation in Iran against Iranian authority. They will fail. This not will occur. Any attempt by any way to do that, they will lost. And Iran already can say they have nuke enough for attack if you attack it by Israel. Attack Israel and destroy country because Israel plan attack Iran and destroy Iran by nuke. I'm talking about big war, people. I repeatedly talking about that. They planning to use tactical nuke on this, their attack on Iran. Same will do Putin, not only Ukraine, but in Baltic states, already obvious, and you will have big war very quickly. And you will not feel capable, able, intervene and stop the big war. And they planning to exterminate 5 billion of you. But again, not yet. No action. They have group, very important initiative in Bogota, Colombia, capital Colombia. They have group these independent countries who created for real time, without delay, act for stop the genocide in Palestine and stop the big war, other words. They're Malaysia, they're Colombia, and several countries. And I will read this one. What is Birko, South Africa. Alert. The hard group. Alert. The hard group convenes states from across the world to an emergency conference to halt the genocide in Gaza. I fully support this initiative. Full support. I call nations join. This is our opportunity for act. Why you not acting in General Assembly by using United for Peace resolution? I don't know. There are no reason not to do that. More than 170 countries, no less, should act and act as one team. Other one not will successful for stop the big war. But by using the Uniting for Peace resolution, despite their murdar, Rothschild and Co. murdar for 1 year President Anna Lina, we can act there by vote and for start implement Uniting for Peace resolution and launch sanctions, embargo and boycotts, and also create forces very crucial, as you already understand. Without forces, they will not be able to stop them, because they this. But combined with sanctions, embargo, boycott, more than 170 countries as one team, and also creating force under the United Nations flag, more than 170 countries, we will succeed, no doubt. We will stop them in Gaza. We will prevent the big war. But this initiative we should use too. I call countries go to Bogota, Colombia, and act as one team. There also should be more than 170 countries. Do that. People will not have time. Will not have time. Understand? Each day, truly faithful to you, those people. Each day. And you're using each day as usual. The group try to do something. We should support our additional tool. Join. More than 170 countries should be there in Colombia, Bogota. And same time, on the United Nations flag, using General Assembly, act. International law on our side, international conventions on our side, world courts on our side because international law, norm, conventions. Use that, people, without delay. They go big war. They're rushing. They very rush. And also their march to Gaza. In previous Chinghiz said that, starting from Algeria, Tunisia, and now Libya, there Mauritania, there Morocco, now Egypt. I call Egyptian authority not only allow, of course allow, this attempt for stop genocide, Egyptian authority attempt to stop genocide. And you should join too. Egyptian people, join. There should be at least 1 million on Rafah border, 1 million, including Egyptian people. And Egyptian authority should prepare, if Israel will attack, prepare, confront Israel. This is another our real-time action for start, do something for stop genocide and ethnic cleansing by genocide. Together with you, other Arab nations, other Muslim nations, not only Muslim nations, Christian nations, other worldwide, more than 170 countries. We should act as one team. Our only chance, our only option, this. I say, be careful. Who is it, you know? Recognize? Yes? Pep Guardiola, Manchester City coach. Be careful. The next 4 or 5-year-old kids will be ours. Manchester City coach Pep Guardiola addresses Gaza war in honorary doctorate acceptance speech. Very correct, he said. Of course, your kids, not only your kids, but your kids too. 3, 4, 5 years old, even less. Why you think this not? On what basis on your who have such position? When this real and happening real time, and they go big war, and they world rulers, Jewish Zionists, elite, and Israel, they too. United States, they too. United States of APAC. Not true? You think and not believe what you think? Congress of APAC, White House of APAC. What this means? United States political establishment fully under Jewish Zionist elite control. Therefore, acting accordingly. And they will kill you and your kids. Pep Guardiola very correct said. I say, Tokyo. The TV profile name, Tokyo. And, quote, from Curly Kingsley, seems like a good day to remind everyone that I was only following orders, was rejected as a defense at the Nuremberg trials. Tokyo said that. What this? What this? No understand. Watch again. Watch again. is this? Assault. This is not what humanitarian aid looks like. Yes, these Gazans, Palestinians in Gaza, attempted to take humanitarian aid, Trump aid, with gunshots. And the truths. The United States, CIA, the Israel, military Israel Shin Bet, the British spy operation 2 for kill, even when provided humanitarian aid. Starvation, killings, genocide, and forceful leave Gaza, and pressuring some countries outside with money too, cash, Russia. They allow give them land, and they maybe will there build their statehood. And this practicing, they did such thing, planning to in earlier 20th century. They decided to create a state, Jewish Zionist Conference. Gertz, Merz, later Ahad Khan, Asher Ginsberg, but actually all them, Rothschild and Co. Balfour Declaration. Israel should have stayed. It would not be possible to return to daytime controlled by Ottoman Empire of Turkey. Return to their historical land. They should build statehood in some country in South America. That through this book's archive. Now they try the same thing against Palestinians. Despite international law, norms, courts, I call International Criminal Court prosecutor, deputy prosecutors, prosecutor office employees. I call judges of International Criminal Court and judges of International Court of Justice, their office employees. A, time of truth. No afraid. Stay firmly. We will find way to finance your job because this requires it. If the United States sanctions you, we will defy the sanctions. You will have your job, financement, security, and of course no visit to America. You will love America means no matter who they in authority. They should be matter. And same about Britain, Germany, and any other country who openly supported, aided, abetted, and complicit in genocide. I say. And then new report, Human Rights Council of United Nations. Astavrat. United Nations report today said Israel had this June 10. Israel said Israel has committed the crime against humanity of extermination, but there are almost no media coverage, because why would this be considered newsworthy? As Sarah ironically asking. Because Jewish supremacists. Look, I continue it. Israel attacks on educational, religious, and cultural sites in the occupied Palestinian territory amount to war crimes and the crime against humanity of extermination. Okay? United Nations Commission says, amount to war crimes and the crime against humanity of extermination. June 10, 2025. You know this man, Karim Khan, and team.
International Criminal Court in the situation in the state of Palestine. These applications are the outcome of independent investigations conducted by
This Karim Khan issued arrest warrant against Netanyahu and Gaza, and also Hamas leaders.
Who, in addition to leading our work in the situation in Ukraine,
and also, the International Court of Justice ordered Israel to take a series of measures against potentially genocidal acts against Palestinians in Gaza. June 26, 2024, nearly 1 year ago, Israel even increased their genocidal action. How they respect international law, norm, conventions, you're witnessing. Karim Khan also under sanctions. But in continuing his job, now he temporarily step aside, forgive inquiry, continue independently. I believe they are nothing seriously. But his deputies there acting and they prepare was informed, issue additional arrest warrant against Netanyahu cabinet members, including Ben-Gvir and Smotrich. And there should be others too. And time for that. I say, actually entire cabinet, war cabinet should be. Their cuts, their SAR, their. What is about British spy operation? Matt Kennard. This is not complicity. It's active participation from the beginning. United Kingdom ministers need to be arrested. Of course, by law, should be. And this. The British spy squad assisting Israel as it bombs Gaza. And this British spy squad, murders. They can say they simply follow orders, but this not very helpful to them. such defense not will work. Trump also will say, we also followed orders of Rothschild. Also not will helpful. I said, look, he unfortunately, yeah. But now here it is. UNRWA. More than 2,700 children under 5 years are suffering from severe malnutrition across Gaza. We remember Yemen also was very severely starvation situation, and will community start act. But now, last info, they are United Nations team members who provided aid to Yemenis, children, women, people who need. They also alarming. They are financial cut, US aid, etc. And they need urgently financement. We should provide this financement. Situation in Yemen coming to worse. No wait when there will people, children died after that act. This mistake, this wrong. Act now in Yemen case too. I say. Journalist Carol Kalavadır. More journalists killed in Gaza than World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Yugoslavia, and Afghanistan combined. And here list. Look. Yeah. All of them journalists. All of them killed in Gaza by Israel and United States, by Biden, Trump, and Netanyahu. Their names. Now, other crises created by Trump and Netanyahu. Abu Bakr Abed. 96% of Gaza water is contaminated. The desalination plants in Gaza are due to stop within 48 hours as Israel continues its brutal striking siege on the Strip. They already truly coming very serious drinking water crisis created by Netanyahu and Trump. Literally, by Netanyahu and Trump. Other crises in Gaza also. Gaza remains cut off from the world for the second day as internet and communication services are down in Gaza City and the northern strip. The Israeli army continues to block telecom technicians from carrying out urgent maintenance. They are even without food, without clean water, without drinking water, now without internet, and genocide happening. Patrick Hennington, I think. It's genocide. Make note of anyone who is insisting it's not. Judge Lord something, former Chief Justice of United Kingdom Supreme Court, says Israel is committing genocide against the native Palestinian population in Gaza. And this here, Lord Sampson, former Chief Justice of Supreme Court. So the photo in this one. And who complicit in this genocide? Including British monarchy family and British Gulf, who fully belong to British monarchy family, I say. Over 300 United Kingdom Foreign Office employees told to resign from opposing genocide. The employees signed a joint letter criticizing the British government's complicity in the Gaza genocide. The Foreign Office responded by urging them to leave their positions and doubled down on their support of Israel's genocide in Gaza. And this Murdar Starmer. Foreign Office told employees to resign if they are against Gaza genocide. And this Murdar Starmer. Plus means same position as the United States. If officials opposing, they fire it or force it to resign. Same happening in Britain. And listen, Democracy Now! Tweeting. Trump has tapped Palantir, which has been used by the Israeli government in its war on Gaza to compile information on people in the United States. If you are not freaking out yet, you should be, says Carol Cadwalla. I think so. Palantir who? Helping terrorists, racists, fascists by their high techs, targeted individuals, people too. And Trump decided to use them. Netanyahu cabinet, war cabinet, actually used Palantir and continue to use, no doubt, on the genocide against Palestinians in Gaza, and not only in Gaza, also no doubt, in West Bank, Eastern Jerusalem. Same start to decide to Trump into United States. What this means, no one of you Americans now secure. They will use this against illegal immigrants. Of course you use that, the narrative. Actually, they're taking control above you Americans. These militaries on your street, tanks. When last time was tanks on United States city streets. When? Illegal immigrants. Not be foolish, people. And the 9/11, which was inside job, which law they passed it, fully cut it in daytime. Means not fully, significantly, my English. Cut it your rights, your private rights too. But 9/11 was inside job. And after that, this last one. After that, you will, under their full control. They are not election. Already January 6th occurred when Trump, they put Trump back in White House. Who put her in White House? Rothschild and Co., who behind 9/11. Now the big war there for Trump in White House. Now Trump decided to use volunteer against you, American people. You have guarantee they not will. Are you thinking they will inform you if they will use volunteer against you secretly? But they will inform you. No, be fooled, Americans. I'm not talking about fighting for illegal immigrants' rights, etc. Not. There should be law, norms, etc. But I exactly, already several years, repeated talking to you, they planning to use this illegal immigration, which created by them, because they refuse to act in time for reduce or to use measures in border, etc. in time. George W. Bush time too. For that, or these days, there should be enough quantity level, and they, as they already start to, they will, this plan, strategic plan for years, starting from earlier 2000. No doubt. Now time, they go big war, and there should be full control on you Americans. You will, of course, you will protest the big war. You're not able to do that, Americans. They aim. Why volunteer? Why tanks on streets? And they're not planning to go election. About midterm, I no say. About president and beyond, there are no election in their plan. Even maybe in this midterm too, because they plan go big war no later than in first half of next year. Midterm election, yeah. Alarm, American people, alarm. You should wake up, join to my call, and act together with me, and we will stop them. Not afraid them, you fighting for your life, for your family, and for your country. Which was about John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Who decided to fight them, Jewish Zionist elite, Rothschild and Co., Federal Reserve, and was for that assassinated. I say, not too late, wake up and act, together with me. Not afraid them. If you are afraid, you will lose. And also court judges of America, across America, and prosecutor offices and states across America. Fight them, not afraid. I say, Listen. Dr. Robert Rode. NOAA's ClimateGov website is expected to stop adding new content after nearly the entire staff was fired at the end of May. Whether the website will be archived, shut down entirely, or repurposed with Trump-aligned content is unclear. Climate crisis is really death sentence to you. But world rulers, Jewish Zionist elite, Rothschild and Co. not believe in that. They fear to Satan, and they're acting accordingly. And Trump, Putin's structure person, no decision maker in White House, Rothschild decision maker, Jewish Zionist elite. And they're acting accordingly again. They're acting evil, satanic. All their action, intention, evil, satanic. There should be climate emergency, but they acting exactly 180 degrees opposite way. Even this very weak, very covert decision by Biden administration act on climate crisis case. They immediately reverse and now even shut down NOAA, NOAA, and others. Evil, satanic. They will exterminate 5 billion of you, I say. And conference, ocean conference in France, Nice. Act. This is our last chance. Act together as one team. There should be conservation on oceans and clean water. And we should replace plastics too. Of very matter. And we not have time for delay. I say. Fotoz Nerepulay, head of Human Rights Council of United Nations, and last report already reviewed in Twitter. Okay. People, today this, I am Chinghiz together with you.